All right. We should be live here. Welcome, everybody, to my weekly Sunday live stream. I'm back home here in Nashville. I was just out on the road and a little bit tired from the road, but I'm back here, back home, which feels good. Always love being in my little home studio here and just always really look forward to doing these weekly live streams. You know, every Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, I go live here on YouTube, and I just really love doing these, as I've said. And I love being able to connect with everybody from all over the world that supports me here on my YouTube page and supports my art and supports my music. These live streams are truly a donation of time, but I like to share my appreciation and my love and my support for everybody that supports me. So, if you guys have any questions for me in today's live stream, feel free to drop it there in the chat box. I always love hearing from you guys, and this is just my donation of time to everybody out there, just to show my appreciation once again to everybody that supports me here on this YouTube page. It really means a lot to me, and I really love hanging out and getting to hang out with you guys here. It's a really amazing platform. So. Looks like we got several folks joined up here already. We got Thomas Moore in the house. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And we have CZ in the house. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. We're grateful to be on your musical team, Justin. Thank you so much. Wow, that's super nice. That's really cool. It's, that really means a lot to me. So thank you for that. And Thomas says here, really appreciate you and your channel. Wow, thank you, Thomas. Really appreciate it. That's really wonderful. The community here on this channel, folks, is just absolutely incredible. I mean, these people are just amazing people. So if you are brand new here, it looks like we have a lot of familiar names here that I recognize. But if you are brand new here, be sure to subscribe and come on in and join the family. This is just a really wonderful community, and we're just having so much fun talking everything guitar, everything music. It's just a really beautiful thing for sure. So this is just absolutely incredible what this community has become. And we have Ben in the house. Hey, Ben, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. Cheers, Justin. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. Cheers. Happy Sunday. It's absolutely beautiful outside here in Nashville today. Went out for a cup of coffee, and I'm just getting ready for some football here. Go Bears. Come on. I know they are playing the Titans, which I do like the Titans as well. So I do like to support them, but I'm a diehard Chicago Bears fan. I absolutely love the Bears, so I've got to root for them today. But I do like the Titans as well. A couple years back, I actually did their official pregame party, which was absolutely amazing. It was a really wonderful experience for the Titans here in Nashville, and I got to go down to the field and watch the game, and it was just really epic, man. It was it was amazing. It was a really, really wonderful time, and it was just crazy to see all the football players, man, just how massive they are. I mean, I'm a bigger guy myself, but I'm just like, damn, like seeing these football players right there in the field, it's like they're like superhuman or something, man. It's crazy. So that was a really cool experience, and the thing is that was interesting with the being there on the field, actually watching play by play throughout the game. They were playing the Saints when I was down there for that particular game. But it was just amazing. It was like these plays would happen so fast. It was just crazy. Being there right on the field, like, it gave me a totally different perspective watching these games where I'm used to watching it just on TV. And I've done a couple things for the NFL over the years with different artists that I've worked with, but it really was unique to go down to the field and to really watch this game. I mean, it was just crazy to see how quickly these plays would just fly by. And like I say, these guys are just like superhuman, man. I mean, they're just massive. Like, man, it is crazy. I would not want to be tackled by one of them. But yeah, it's really cool. I love football. I'm a huge football guy, and always love doing stuff for the NFL. I've done several things over the years. I did a thing where I had a box for a Buffalo Bills game, which was really cool. And a bunch of their players had come out and came out to this show that I was doing with this artist. And then, like I was saying, a couple years back, I did this pregame with the Titans, which was really cool. So anyways, let's see. We got Godson in the house. Hey, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Hi Justin, what do you think about Rivera's and 330s? I don't have a lot of experience with those amps. I have that Fender Super Champ that he designed with Fender, the 80s Fender Super Champ, that is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's one of my favorite amps of all time. The clean channel is absolutely phenomenal, and the lead channel is also really cool. It's kind of like just a fatter, very dark kind of sounding drive. But what's cool about it is that it has a three-band EQ. It has a bass, middle, and treble, and I love that it has the middle control because a lot of blackface Fender amps they just have a bass and treble, of course, and kind of something that is a part of that sound is that it's a very mid-scooped sound, which is good for like a nice clean tone, but when you're running pedals into the front end of like a deluxe reverb or something, it can be very mid-scooped. So that's why I like to find drive pedals that are a little bit more mid-forward to go along with those amps, just because they can be, mid-scooped like quite a bit, especially twin reverbs. I don't like twin reverbs at all. I don't like them because they are just so scooped in the mid-range, and they're just big and way too loud, and they just don't sound good. I've gotten those over the years for backline, and I'm just always like I like I don't like those twin reverbs at all. But this Fender Super Champ, man, it's just wonderful. I mean, the clean tone is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. So I really recommend it. They've gone up quite a bit in price, but they're just a really, really good amp. And I've heard that actually, for those 80s hair metal guys out there, I heard that Warren DeMartini actually recorded some guitar parts with the lead channel off of a Super Champ, actually, which is kind of interesting. But I haven't really experimented and tried to dial up that kind of a tone off that lead channel. But I mainly just use it for clean, and I'll just hit it with pedals, like a Nobles or a King of Tone kind of deal. So it works really well. And it's cool because it's just a small little 10-inch speaker. So you get that real tight 10-inch speaker sound. And it's a totally different tone, totally different vibe than like if you have a Marshall going through a 212 or a 412. It's a lot tighter of a sound. Whereas a 212 or a 412 cabinet, you'd have this big, wide guitar sound, which is also really cool. So I love that sound as well. Oh, and then 330s. 330s, I'm not crazy about them. I would rather just hold off and just get a 335. For the P90 thing, I like Les Paul Specials or Les Paul Jr. I would go that route if I'm trying to go for that sound. I'm not crazy about the 330s, honestly, just in my own opinion. To me, the ES, it's all about the 335. That is just what it's all about. So, one of my favorite instruments for sure, 335. Let's see, Thomas says here, what do you think about buying new amps versus saving a few bucks getting used ones? Do you like Princeton reissues or Blues Juniors, or should I just get a deluxe? Man, buying a new amp, I mean, is always good, because it's not been messed with. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to be able to save some bucks, if you find a used one that's really clean, where you really trust the person, that they haven't done anything. I mean, obviously I buy used amps because I have these vintage amps and stuff, but I just make sure that everything checks out before buying it. But buying brand new obviously is always good because you just know that nothing has been done with it. So, and then it's just your amp. But let's see, do you like Princeton reissues or Blues Juniors? Man, to be honest, I would just say just get a deluxe reverb. Just get one of those. It's nice to have a little bit more power, and I love Princeton reverbs as well. They're excellent, and it's definitely a little bit of a different tone. But I do like the deluxe, man. I think that's just, you cannot go wrong with the deluxe reverb. I'd rather just get just a straight up deluxe reverb rather than a Blues Junior or a Princeton reissue. Just buy it one time and just be done with it. Let's see. We have no repair guy anymore. He retired in my town in Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, man, that sucks. You know, we're lucky here in Nashville because we have so many great amp techs, and I mean, anything that you're trying to get done, whether it's repair or if you're looking for a particular amp or guitar or whatever, I mean, it's most likely here in Nashville, so it's pretty wild. But yeah, so that's cool. But yeah, that's too bad. Sorry to hear that about your repair guy. That's tough. I'm not sure what to do in that situation. Maybe learn how to fix your own tube amps, and you could become the repair guy. But yeah, folks, thanks so much for joining up in today's live stream. I really appreciate it as always, and looks like we have several more people that have joined up here. Just want to take the time to thank everybody for being here once again. It really means the world to me, and I like to donate my time here on these live streams to connect with everybody and just show my appreciation for everybody out there that has supported me and supported my music and my art and my channel. And but with all of that said, this is a donation of time. So if you guys would like to contribute to the channel, if you guys would like to support me, I have several links linked down below in the description box in ways that you can support this channel. Whether you throw a little love in the Venmo tip jar or the PayPal tip jar, or throw a super chat on today's live stream, and check out my one-on-one consultations. I teach people from all over the world. It's absolutely incredible what that has turned into. So if you guys would like to get some more information on this, send me an email. My email is jkm4231@gmail.com. That's going to be linked down below in the description box. And I'd be happy to get you all some more information and get you down in the books today. Those consultations are really wonderful. It's all filmed on a 4K definition camera. It's all totally pro video and pro audio. It's not some garbage iPhone footage or some kind of shaky audio or a camera setup. It's very well presented, and it's really high quality stuff. For myself, I'm a quality snob. I really want to make sure that this stuff is done right and it's really presented well. I just don't feel good about it myself when I don't put my full effort into it, and I don't believe in the quality of the stuff. So I really stand behind this stuff. I have to tell you, it is just amazing technology. I mean, it is literally as if we are sitting right next to each other. There's no glitching up, no freezing up, and it's very well presented. So again, send me an email at jkm4231@gmail.com. Take your guitar playing, your musicianship to the next level today. Be happy to get you all some more information on this as well. Once again, that email is jkm4231@gmail.com. Let's see here. We have Gotson here. Thanks for the response. I bought a 62.6G3, and I think this is my favorite amp. Any experience? No, I don't believe I've played one of those. I just checked out a Tuxedo Princeton when I was in Greensboro, North Carolina. I made a couple rounds. I stopped at a few guitar shops and then went to the bar for a little bit. But yeah, it was cool, man. I found a Tuxedo Princeton amp. That was really great. But I can't remember if it was 6G3. I don't remember. I'm kind of bad with the model names. I just knew it was a Princeton. But that's cool, man. I'm glad you're enjoying that. I don't think I have any experience with that, though. Unless maybe that Tuxedo Princeton is a 6G3. That amp was really great, though, man. It was really clean. It was really, really nice condition. Had to change speaker, but sounded really good. I mean, those original speakers aren't that great anyways, really, in my opinion. But anyways, let's see. We got Mike in the house. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Hey, dude, hope all is killer in your end. Wanted to ask, with the recent acoustic rig video, it had me curious what you use in terms of cases and needed accessories at a gig for electric guitar. Yeah, sure, man. So I use a lot of Pelican cases. I absolutely love those. They're just indestructible. I mean, they're really, they're used by the U.S. military. I mean, it's some of the highest quality cases you could use. For the acoustic setup, I have a Pelican 1510 is the case. And I just have a little tiny pedal board that I throw in there. For those that have not seen the video, I did a rig rundown of my acoustic setup. And I just had it going into this Pelican 1510 case, which is really nice. It has a full-on pull-out handle with wheels and just a very strong case. It's all foamed out. And I just have a little pedal board in there. I have strings, tools, cables, power cable. What else do I put in there? A spare DI in case I need it. Capo, batteries, and polish cloth is really all I put in that off the top of my head. Unless I need something else for that particular gig. It's just nice to have a little utility case that I can just have a bunch of spare stuff, whether it's cables or tools or just anything that I need. Just because the road is just brutal on the gear. It just really, really is tough on the gear. So you have to be able to respond in case something happens. So that's why I like to be prepared just in case. But yeah, let's see. In terms of cases, yeah, so Pelican cases, I absolutely love. Some road cases I have. I have this one road case that I had done for my Matchless DC30 that I actually just throw my deluxe reverb in. It's not the perfect size for the deluxe reverb, but honestly, it's close enough, and I just need something to cover that deluxe reverb as it's in the trailer because, I mean, if I just threw the deluxe reverb in the back of a trailer, it would just get annihilated back there by really heavy other, production road cases or just drums or whatever the hell is back there. So I just have that, and that's made by Mental Case here in Nashville. They make really solid road cases. Um, but yeah, some more accessories for electric guitar. I mean, really just tools, a lot of the same stuff, tools, strings, um, you know, a backup of some sort. Um, I'm trying to think of what else, honestly. I mean, it just depends on the gig on what all that I need. It depends on the music. I also carry a Digitech drop pedal that I like to use just because it's really convenient to be able to just click a button and I can detune the guitar a half step down without having to change electrics. And we can just go right into the next song and just the flow of the set list doesn't get disrupted. So that's a nice thing. I carry a volume pedal as well that I like to use for swells. So I'll run that post drive so that it doesn't affect the overall level of gain. It just affects the actual volume itself. So I like to be able to swell in for certain parts. And, it's just nice dynamically, to be able to back off the volume pedal, maybe back it off just a little bit at sound check, just so that the guitar amp is not so loud during sound check, and then maybe boost it up just a little bit for when we hit the stage, just because there's a lot of people there. And people absorb sound, so you have to be able to compensate and change up your volumes um, on the fly there. So I like to use that volume pedal for that. But yeah, that's pretty much that, man. Really, I mean, my setup is very simple. Even for my pedal board, I have it foamed out for a Pelican. What number is that off the top of my head, man? I'm trying to remember. They have all these crazy numbers, but I mean, literally, all you do is just take measurements of your pedal board, and then they have a Pelican website that you can input in your dimensions for whatever you need and whatever you're trying to fit in there, and then you can just foam it out to this pedal board. But what's cool with that Pelican case that I have, I'll have to get back to you on the number on that one in particular, but it's cool. I have a little compartment below the pedal board that I can throw cables and a power cable and stuff like this, or a set list, spare patch cables, whatever that I need, and then the pedal board just goes right on top there. So then it just latches up, and then once I get to the venue, I'll just throw it on top of the road case that my amp is in, and then I just wheel that in together, and that's that. So pretty simple setup, really. For the road stuff, I mainly use a deluxe reverb reissue. It's a lot of the time what I'll use for those gigs. Just because the vintage stuff I don't want to be taking out on the road, really. For special occasions, for certain gigs, certain situations, I'll take them out. But, I really just use a deluxe reverb reissue, and I just absolutely love it. It sounds killer. So, let's see. Mike says here, have an acoustic gig in a few hours myself, actually. Psyched to use my little rig HX effects with DI box. Great, man. That's awesome. I bet that'll do absolutely great. I mean, that's really all you need. I found for myself playing acoustic, I don't really need a lot of different options for effects. I mean, I really just have a tuner, GE7, and a Strymon Flint, just because I like to have a little bit of verb and a little bit of trem happening. So the HX effects would be maybe a little bit overkill just for myself, but whatever works for you, man. I mean, that's great. I bet that's great. I mean, that HX effects, it's one of the best pedals. I think every guitar player should have one of those, whether it's an HX effects, an HX stomp, or an HX1. I think they are just absolutely incredible. I mean, you can reprogram the thing to do anything you want it to do. Um, I have this M9 in particular that I use. I'm just looking at it here on my pedal board. I just have it right down below here. And I just love it. I mean, I love that you can reprogram it to do whatever you want. And depending on whatever effects you want, man, it's really as simple as just turning a knob and you can have whatever effect you want. So the HX effects is absolutely wonderful. So Godson says here 6G3 is Brown Deluxe. Cool. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of experience with those really. I just kind of stick it with the Deluxe Reverb or a Princeton Reverb. Um, you know, a Tweed Deluxe is cool, but honestly, I like a Deluxe Reverb, man. It just is awesome. So works great. Or a Blonde Bassman like I have there in the back. Love that amp. What size or model case for your classic one? Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that. It's just a Pelican like 16. It might be 1605 or 1610. I can't remember. They have so many different numbers for those. I've had it forever. It's just indestructible. So we got Sean in the house here. Hey Sean, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. Hey everyone, hope your weekend is going well. Justin, I will be down in November to cut a record. I'll buy you a beer if you're not traveling. Take care, everyone. Wow, that's awesome, Sean. Great. Yeah, that'd be cool to get together. Keep me posted for sure, and I'll take you up on that for sure. That's awesome. Let's see. Mike says here, yeah, the Pelican case with storage under the pedal board is great. I'm looking to make a purchase on something similar very soon. Thank you so much for the insight. Yeah, no problem, Mike. No problem, man. All good. My bad. I deleted that after you spoke on it, but YouTube sent the message anyway. Oh, all good, man. No problem. Um, but yeah, folks, thanks so much again for being here. I really appreciate this. I'm a little bit jet lagged from the travel, but I'm happy to be here today and today's live stream. I always really look forward to doing these. It's really cool to be able to connect with everybody, and I do these live streams every week on Sundays at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Nashville's not on Eastern Time. I know a lot of people get that mixed up, but we are on Central Standard Time, so 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I go live here normally every Sunday. Now, this month, folks, I'm going to be hitting the road hard this month, doing a lot of Weekend Warrior stuff. And next week, I might have to do this on either Friday or Saturday. So maybe you guys could leave a comment in today's chat box and let me know what day and what time would be good. I'll let you all know for sure, so stay tuned for that. I'll do a post on YouTube and I'll try to promote it as best as I can. But I just don't think next week it's going to work at this time because I'm going to be traveling back from Michigan. I have a run up there next week. I leave on Thursday. And playing some gigs up there. So that should be nice. It'll be a nice time of year to get up there. And, I'm just really looking forward to playing. So it's been fun. This past weekend was a blast in North Carolina. That was really cool. But this next week we play in Michigan. Then the week after that, we're doing a bunch of Midwest stuff. Actually, for the 2 weeks after that, we're doing Missouri, Illinois, Wisconsin, then Wisconsin again, and Minnesota. We're doing Michigan next weekend. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that we have coming up here. And then next month, I'm out on the West Coast doing some stuff down in Florida, which that'll be cool. So, yeah, just have a bunch of dates coming up. So it's going to vary week to week if I'm going to be able to do these live streams from my home studio. But I normally bring my laptop out on the road. so I can still at least do these streams from my laptop. So it's not as high of quality as it is from within my home studio, but it at least still works, and I still like to do these every week to connect with everybody and just show my appreciation to everybody out there that supports me and my channel. So it really means a lot to me. And we have Bjorn here in the house with a super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much, Bjorn. Really appreciate it. Give you some sound effects. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. That really means a lot to me. Um, as I say here on today's live stream and all of these live streams, folks, this is a donation of time. And I really don't make much of anything doing these. I just donate my time to connect with everybody from all over the world, as I've said, to show my appreciation, and just give my thanks to everybody that watches the show and watches and really enjoys my music and my art. So, if you guys would like to throw a little love on the super chat on today's live stream, that would be appreciated. Or throw a little love in the Venmo or PayPal tip jar. Any and all support is really appreciated. Also, check out all of my links linked down below in the description box. I offer these amazing one-on-one consultations. The platform is absolutely incredible. And what is amazing with this platform is that you actually get a recorded copy of the lesson itself at the very end of the lesson. So you could always go back to it and rewatch it and download the video. And anything that I'm teaching, which I give out a lot of different concepts within these lessons to really make it worthwhile for everybody. And what's just, again, so wonderful is that there's no glitching up, there's no freezing up, and you get a recorded copy of the lesson itself. So you could always go back and rewatch it and download it and watch it as many times as you like. So it's really wonderful, and it just works so well. And this setup here that you are seeing and that you are hearing right now in today's live stream is actually the exact setup that I use for these online consultations. It's all shot on a 4K definition camera. It's all pro video and pro audio, so it's really presented well. And I'm a quality snob. I really want this stuff to be done right, and I really want it to be high quality. I don't want it to just be some garbage iPhone footage or some kind of shaky video or audio or something. I really want it to be presented well, and I really want it to look and sound good. So again, if you guys would like some more information on this, send me an email today at jkm4231@gmail.com. That's going to be linked down below in the description box. And I also have several other links and ways that you can support this channel. Once again, any and all support is really appreciated. Thank you. Let's see. Godson says here, did you try the new Murphy Lab 335? I have a 63 345, and I was really surprised how good the new Gibsons are. Still prefer the vintage, but they are awesome. Well, that's cool, man. I personally find with the 335 model in particular, the reissues are so different from the vintage ones. It's just mind-blowing how different they are. This is just my own opinion, but they are just so different from the 60s 335s, pre-65 335. It's just mind-blowing. I mean, how different that they really are. I would say with Les Pauls, I really feel that the R9, the neck shape itself, is actually very good, man. It really feels good to play, and it does remind me a lot of, because I've been fortunate enough to play like 58s and 59 Les Pauls and 60s and stuff. But I honestly have to say that the reissues are very good for Les Pauls for what it is. Of course, it's not the real deal, right? I mean, but again, like, I'm not gonna, well, I guess never say never. But I mean, to pay 400 grand or 450,000 for 59 Les Paul or something, I mean, that is a lot of money, man, for an instrument. I mean, and never say never. It would be a dream. I would love to have one, and never say never. So maybe I will, and I would love that. But I honestly have to say that the reissue Les Pauls, they are pretty good, man, honestly. But I find the 335s of the ones that I've tried were so different, and the pickups don't sound good. Like, I just am not crazy about them at all, to be honest. And My whole mentality with it is that I would rather just wait it out and just try to until I could really afford the real deal 335. I would rather just wait it out, man, until I could really afford that and get that, rather than spend $9,000 or six or seven or 5 grand on a reissue that is just nowhere near as good, in my opinion. I'd rather just wait it out, and wait till I could really afford it and really find that special 335, buy it one time, and just be done with it. So that's just my opinion. But Mike asks here, do you have a favorite city to play in? Man, there's a lot of great cities to play. Man, that's really hard to just narrow down to just one. I mean, I love playing the Midwest. People up there really like to rock. Florida is a lot of fun. Also, a lot of people really like to rock out and really enjoy the live music. East Coast is fun. West Coast, I mean, it's kind of all over. It's hard to just narrow down to one city, man. I've had some unbelievable experiences all over the place. I mean, I just love to perform. I really enjoy it. I love touring. It's a lot of fun, and it's just so great to be able to take the music to the people and to get the reaction and to get that immediate, that instant gratification from people, and it's just that immediate response, which is just really amazing. There's just nothing like it. I mean, when you're playing to thousands upon thousands of people, and you get that love and that appreciation and that support, it's just really awesome. And live music is something that will never go away. It's just such a huge, huge deal to so many people all over the world. So, Bjorn says he has a smiley emoji here. Appreciate it. Thank you. Raptor Official says, hello, I'm from Indonesia. Wow, okay, cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. And William says here, I like the frets on a 58 taller slash thinner rather than 59 shorter slash wider. Cool. It's awesome. But yeah, folks, once again, if you guys have any other questions for me, feel free to drop a question there in the chat box. I'd be happy to answer them. I don't answer any kind of technical guitar playing questions or give out any lessons for free on today's live stream or on my channel whatsoever, just because it wouldn't be fair to the students that hire me and that pay me. So I don't give that stuff out for free. It's just not how I operate. I realized that, I would have a lot more subscribers if I gave out free lessons, but again, it would not be fair to my students that hire me and pay me. So I'm not willing to do that. But any other question is fine. And if you guys feel like you got something out of today's live stream and you guys would like to support this channel, check out all the links linked down below in the description box. There are many ways that you can support me and support this channel. This live stream is truly a donation of time. So any and all support is really appreciated. Check out all the stuff linked down below in the description box there. Let's see. I left off here with Phil. Hey, Phil, how's it going? Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. He says here, Justin, I really enjoy your vids. Such a great player that to me, you are a great classic rock style guitarist. Who are your influences? Man, thanks so much, Phil. I really appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. Yeah, that's definitely what I grew up on. It was more classic rock stuff. I had to teach myself how to chicken pick and how to do all that stuff because when I moved here to Nashville, that was just something that was required of my guitar playing for gigs and for stuff that I was doing here as a player, and I still continue to do as a player. So it's just a necessary skill. But man, some influences. I mean, I had so many. I loved Motley Crue. I loved. Metallica even. I was a big Metallica guy when I was a kid. What else? I mean, all that stuff, man. There was so much great music. I mean, Van Halen, of course, Eddie was a huge influence. I really liked the Sammy Hagar era of stuff, Van Halen as well. He was a huge influence. I mean, man, so many influences. I really like George Benson. He's a great jazz guitar player. He was an influence on me for sure. Who else? Man, I mean, so many, Neil Sean's a great player from Journey, I mean, I have so many influences. It's hard to off the top of my head. I mean, I could go on forever, but yeah, that's cool that you picked up on that. That I'm more of a classic rock guy. Yeah, that's definitely more of my thing for sure. That's really what I grew up on. You know, I really enjoy that stuff. I mean, of course, Jimmy Page. I mean, how could I leave him out? He was a massive influence on me. Just thinking of some more off the top of my head here, but yeah, that's definitely more of my style, more of my speed for sure. And the songwriting was just absolutely excellent from back in those days. I mean, it's just stuff that you just don't hear anymore. You know, you just don't hear a lot of these songs being written the way that they were back in the day. And just the level of creativity in these guys' playing and just the way that they wrote the songs and the songwriting was just excellent. And you know, that's really what I try to do as a player is I try to really compose something. I try to really write something that is going to really impact the people. You know, instead of just randomly noodling like you hear a lot of guitar players do, man. To be honest, it's just noodling, just random, totally random BS playing. Honestly, you know, I really try to compose something. I would rather make an intro that is going to be solo guitar that is a composition rather than just playing a million notes. Um, Depending on the phrase, you know, I like to speed it up a little bit, but you know, I really try to compose something from nothing rather than just play a bunch of random BS that just is gonna fly over people's heads, you know. And that's the thing that's really cool with this channel, you know, is that I'm not the best. Honestly, I'll fully admit this that I'm not the best at creating videos. You know, this is a very new thing for me, and I only have one camera to film this stuff on. But what's really kind of cool about that is that the people follow me because of my music and my art. You know, they're not following me because of some controversial topic I'm talking about where I'm pissing off a lot of people or, you know, it's some kind of reaction video. You see a lot of that stuff on here. For myself, I want this channel to be all about the music and about the art. And that's what I really love about this is that people follow me and want to learn from me because of my music and my art. And I'm forever thankful for that, you know, to all the fans out there that support me. It's just really wonderful, you know. I know that the people follow me because of their passion about my music and my art rather than just them following me because of some controversial topic or some kind of BS that they're talking about on a video, you know, to get clicks and farm negativity, to just get clicks and views and subscribers and stuff. You know, I'll never do that on this channel. It's all about the music and enjoying it and having fun. And this channel is all about the music. It's all about the art. So that's why I do this. And it's just a really wonderful platform to be able to share this stuff with you guys. You know, it's really awesome. So, let's see. Godson says here, do you bring any backup amp on the road? Next time you come to Reno, let me know. I will buy you a beer. You are creating a great community. Thank you, Godson. That really means a lot to me. Yes, I'll definitely keep you posted, man. I love Reno. That's a beautiful town, man. Wow, it was my first time there, and I was really blown away. It was my first time playing there, first time ever visiting there. I've been to Vegas a bunch of times over the years, which I love Vegas too. But I really liked Reno, man. It was beautiful up there. So I definitely want to come back for another visit. And I definitely will let you know for sure. And I'll take you up on that beer. I love me a cold beer for sure. But let's see. Do you bring up any backup amp on the road? I don't. You know, I don't. I would like to have a second deluxe reverb where eventually the plan is going to be I'm going to just get a road case done up where there's going to be two deluxe reverbs, so one just back to back, and then I'll just carry both of those so that if one were to go down, I could just spin the case around and just have another deluxe reverb ready to go. But, you know, honestly, this deluxe reverb reissue, I mean, knock on wood, it's been so reliable and just really great. If I needed to go direct, that's fine. I don't care. I mean, there is like this UA Dream pedal that they model a deluxe reverb. It's like a little tiny pedal, UA Dream 65, I believe it's called. And it's just a model of a deluxe reverb, which it's not a deluxe reverb, in my opinion, by any means. But it is a nice backup solution. And if you were to travel, like, you know, for a fly gig or something, it's kind of nice to just be able to throw that thing into a backpack, and pretty handy for sure. But you are creating a great community. Yeah, thanks so much, Godson. I really appreciate that. It's really a special community. The positivity and the love that I get from so many people is just really wonderful. I get emails and beautiful comments from people. And I've met a lot of people face to face now, where they watch the show, and it's just amazing. I mean, people that watch this show too. I mean, I've been stopped by legends in the music business. I mean, legends, and it's like I can't even believe that I've been able to reach them. Like, it's just amazing. I had no idea, just the amount of people that watch the show and are really somebody in the music business. It's just been incredible, the amount of people that you know have approached me face to face, and man, it really is a great community for sure. So let's see. Bjorn says here, what speaker is in your deluxe reverb? That deluxe reverb is 100% stock. I didn't modify anything with it. It's just whatever the stock speaker is. And I just love it. It sounds great, man. I absolutely love it. I mean, for live gigs, just throw a 57 on it. I do travel with the 57 as well. Just assure us I'm 57 for those out there that aren't familiar with what I'm talking about. But, you know, it's a really great mic for the live thing. And a 57 is also really good on a deluxe reverb. I was talking a little bit about the deluxe reverb earlier. But, these deluxes and the blackface Fender amps are a little bit scooped in the mid-range. So what's really cool with throwing a 57 on the speaker is that it adds this top end and this mid-rangey punch to the guitar sound. So it really complements a blackface deluxe reverb or a Fender amp really well, because the amp itself is definitely scooped in the mid-range, not as much as like a twin reverb, but it is a little bit, and when you throw a 57 on the speaker, it really adds this additional mid-range and this top end thing, and it just works, man. It works so well in a live mix. And for these live gigs, I mean, this guitar sound is going through, I mean, all of this cabling and all of this stuff. So it's like, by the time that your guitar sound really gets into the front of house, I mean, you're really not going to hear the difference, like with these pedals, for example, like a Strymon pedal versus a Line 6 pedal, a delay. I mean, for a live gig, man, these deluxe reverb reissues, they just work. There's plenty of volume. It just works, man. It takes pedals really well. It's loud enough. It'll cut through a mix. And again, like throwing a 57 on just the stock speaker, man, it just works. It sounds great. So to really go down that whole rabbit hole of like changing speakers or changing out pedals for a live situation, that's all I was just trying to go with that. Where I was just getting at with that is like, there's really no point to really go down that whole rabbit hole for a live gig. Now, if you're recording, totally different story. But for the live situation, man, these deluxe reverbs just work great. So I just commit with that. Just a standard reissue deluxe reverb. It sounds incredible. There are some times for a live gig I'll try to blend amps where maybe I'll run like two deluxe reverbs, or I'll run a deluxe reverb and maybe a matchless or a Vox style amp or something, just to get additional chime. It just depends on what the situation is, but honestly, man, a lot of the time I just run a deluxe reverb reissue. It just works great. Any guitar you plug up into it, a Tele, a Les Paul, Firebird, something with P90s, whatever. I mean, it just works great. So I really cannot recommend those amps enough. But once again, folks, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to drop it there in the chat box. I really appreciate, again, everybody's support. I can't believe I've already been going for about 45 minutes here. It's pretty wild. But these live streams just fly by, man, every week. And once again, if you guys have any other questions for me, feel free to drop it there in the chat box. Be happy to answer them. And if you guys feel like you got something out of today's live stream and you guys would like to support this channel, Check out all the links linked down below in the description box. I offer one-on-one online consultations, and you are actually seeing and hearing the exact setup that I use for these online consultations. It's all shot in a 4K definition camera. It's pro video and pro audio. And what's so cool with these lessons is that you actually will get a recorded copy of the lesson itself at the very end. So you could download the video, rewatch it as many times as you'd like. It's not like something where you have to meet up face to face and then you forget half of what was said or what was taught there. This is all recorded, and it's just a one-on-one private call. And whatever it is that you guys want to work on, whatever these consultations, wherever you want to go with this stuff, it's all about you. So whatever your goals are, whatever it is that you want to get out of this, that's what we will work on, and that's what we will base the consultation around. So send me an email at jkm4231@gmail.com. It's going to be linked down below in the description box. And I also have several other links down there. I'm a Sweetwater Music partner, so I just get a small little commission. We've been talking a lot about a deluxe reverb reissue in today's live stream. If you guys are looking to purchase a deluxe reverb reissue, use my Sweetwater partnership link. I just get a small little commission off the sale. It doesn't cost you guys anything extra whatsoever. And I just get a small little commission off of it. That's all. It doesn't cost anything extra. It's just a nice, cool way to support this channel if you guys are already looking to buy some kind of gear. So check that stuff out. And check out all the links down below. I have several tip jars, a Venmo and a PayPal tip jar. So if you guys would like to throw a little love in those tip jars or a super chat on today's live stream, any and all support is really appreciated. Let's see. Gotson says here, have you tried Novo guitars? Yeah, they're not for me. So, just not crazy about those. For me, it's all about Fender Gibson. That's just what I'm used to. And if I can't get it done with those kind of guitars, a Fender or a Gibson instrument with a unique tone, whether it's a P90 or a humbucking pickup, the Firebird has a very unique sound. Like, if I can't get it done with that stuff, man, I don't know what to say. It's just, these are the classic tones that, inspire you, that, a million records have been made with, So for me, it's all about Fender and Gibson, and it's just what I'm used to. It's what I like. And it just depends on what I'm going for. If I'm going for a single coil tone, or if I'm going for a humbucking sound or a P90 sound, just really depends on what kind of inspiration, what kind of sound I'm looking for. Whenever I'm writing this stuff, it's all the sounds that are within my head and these melodies and stuff that float around in my head. And that's what really leads me to grabbing a particular instrument over another, is it just depends on what it is that I'm hearing in my head. And that's really what my dream has been and what I've been able to achieve, which I'm very fortunate for. But up here in my studio, I can get just about any kind of guitar sound that I want at any given time. I am missing one vintage Telecaster, though, as a part of my electric collection. But that one day will be a thing. I will have that for sure. That's my next big purchase, is a vintage Telecaster. But once I have that, I will be able to get any kind of guitar sound that I want, I do use a reissue Tele for the time being, just for out on the road and stuff. But I would love to get just one vintage Telecaster, and that would just really complete my electric guitar collection. But, this studio, the whole idea with all of this stuff is it's all about the inspiration. It's all about what kind of guitar sound I need to get, whether it's a plexi tone, whether it's matchless, like a Vox chimey kind of thing, whether it's a Super Champ, right, like a very small kind of Fender combo style tone, right, totally different vibe. And it just really depends on what I'm hearing in my head. That's what the whole idea is with all this gear that I have here in my studio, is it's all about the inspiration. And really at this point, I really know these amps and these instruments so well at this point that I also don't want to change up anything. I just know this stuff so well that I just don't want to go down that whole rabbit hole of tone chasing and chasing down all these different guitars and all this stuff. It's like, I'm just very traditional. I like Fender and Gibson, and that's just what I'm just gonna stick it out with. I really know these instruments really well now at this point, and I just don't want to change up anything. So, but there's that there. And once again, guys, if you have any other questions for me, feel free to drop it there in the chat box. I'd be happy to answer any and all questions. I don't answer any kind of advanced, like technical guitar questions, just because I save that for my online consultations and my students. It just wouldn't be fair to them, as they're hiring me and paying me for these lessons and these consultations. So, I just save that stuff for them, but anything else is fine. Anything else goes. So, if you guys have any other questions for me, feel free to drop it there in the chat box. And check out all of the links linked down below in the description box. I have several ways you can support this channel once again. And just gearing up here, this week, folks, I'm going to be coming out with some more videos. So stay tuned for that. I hit the road again on Thursday. So I'm going to be playing up in Michigan. So that should be really cool. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be quite the journey up there. We have about I think it's like 11 or 12-hour ride up there. So it's definitely a haul from here in Nashville. But it's going to be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it. I absolutely love to perform. I love touring and I love doing this stuff. And also, since I'm talking about that, stay tuned. I'm going to do some more POV videos as well. I've been really dragging my feet with that. I'm trying to get better at doing those for these gigs that I'm doing so I can share this experience with you guys. But it can be kind of difficult at times to do it because I don't want to film the other people in the band because I don't want to come off as like that guy that it's like, man, everybody's trying to do a job here and they're trying to do stuff. And I just don't want to piss anybody off. But I am going to try to film this and try to get it dialed up and get it together. So hopefully that'll go over smoothly for this weekend. So stay tuned for that. We've got some really cool gigs coming up. So I think you guys would really get a kick out of the whole experience and what it is that I go through here on these road gigs. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do a couple more videos from within the studio. And just got a bunch more content coming up here, folks. So stay tuned for that. And also, this live stream. So we've been doing every week on Sundays at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And that is going to be the time that we will be committed to. As long as I'm here in Nashville and in my home studio, I can make that happen. But next weekend, we are actually going to be traveling back to Nashville after this run. So I may have to do this live stream on like Saturday during the day or something. It just kind of hit me actually right on the spot here. I was almost just kind of thinking, what actually could be kind of cool is if I went live for the sound check. That would be pretty cool. So let me know what you guys think of that. Maybe that would be a cool idea. But I'm going to have to move the time for this coming weekend. I'm not going to be able to do it at 11 a.m. on next Sunday, just because we will be traveling back at that point. But just stay tuned. I'll let you guys know what time will be good. And I'll still do the stream for sure. I want to make sure that, I show my support for you guys and I do these weekly live streams. I really look forward to doing these. And I just really appreciate everybody's support so much. It really does mean a lot to me. And, again, I love doing these streams. So I want to make sure that I have the time to do that. So just let me know what time would be good for you guys. I'd be curious. But stay tuned for that. I'll definitely keep you guys posted and make a final decision on what time I'll be doing it. So stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for a bunch more content coming up here. I've got a bunch of cool ideas for videos. So stay tuned for that. Going to be doing those POV videos coming up here out on the road and just share my experience with you guys. And check out all the links linked down below in the description box, folks. If you guys feel like you got something out of today's live stream and you guys would like to support this channel, I have several tip jars linked down below in the description box. You could throw a super chat in today's live stream. I have a Venmo or PayPal tip jar. And I also offer one-on-one online consultations. These are all really wonderful ways to support this channel. So go and check that stuff out. Hit me up today at jkm4231@gmail.com. I would absolutely love to hear from you guys. Send me an email, and I'll be happy to get you down in the books today for a consultation. So hit me up on there and check that stuff out. But yeah, I've just got a bunch more road gigs coming up here, folks. I mean, this month is going to be really nuts. I'm playing in Michigan, I'm playing in Missouri, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota. I mean, all over the Midwest. Next month in October, I'm going to be playing down in Florida. I'm going to be doing some West Coast dates out in Arizona, which will be absolutely beautiful. I'm really looking forward to that. That should be a really nice time out there. Really nice time of year to go out to Arizona in October. I mean, that'll just be absolutely beautiful. So, really excited that it's finally really starting to feel like fall. You know, football is back, and my Chicago Bears are playing here shortly, and definitely going to go catch the game. They are playing the Titans today, which I do like to support the Titans as well because I am a local Tennessean here now, and I've been here for the past decade. So I do like to support the Titans, but for today's game, I'm going to have to go with the Chicago Bears because it's just my favorite team, and it's just my football team, you know, so I'm going to have to support them today. So that's really my plan for the rest of the day. I'm going to go and watch some football and drink some cold beer and, hell, maybe eat some wings or something, you know, I don't know yet. Going to check out this new place that I've not been to here yet in Nashville. So be curious to check that out and drink some cold beer and have a good old time. So, you know, I'm going to go do that today and get ready for the road this coming week here on Thursday. I'm going to try to get some more videos out there. But, you know, folks, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. You know, I think I answered all the questions in the chat box. And, you know, once again, folks, if you guys feel like you got something out of today's live stream and you want to support me and support the channel, check out the links down below in the description box. You know, there's many ways you can support this channel. These live streams are a donation of time. You know, I really donate my time and I really enjoy doing these to be able to connect with you guys. But the reality is I don't make very much of anything on these live streams. So any and all support is really appreciated. Check out all the links linked down below in the description box. There's many ways you can support this channel. And with that, folks, I think I'm going to sign off here for today's live stream. I really appreciate everybody's support again. Thank you all so much for being here and for asking these questions. It really means a lot to me. And we will see you next week. I'll keep you all posted. I'm thinking Saturday. I might do a live stream during sound check. That might be the move. We'll see what happens here. But, or I could do it live from my hotel room and just kind of hang out and, you know, answer y'all's questions. So until next week, we will see y'all next time. Stay tuned for more content coming up here. I'm also going to try to get a couple videos out before I hit the road. So stay tuned for that. And we will see you next week on the next live stream. And I will keep you all posted. So stay tuned for that. I will let you all know what time and what day I'll be doing this stream. So thank you guys again so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We'll see y'all next time.